What is up, guys? I am super pumped to be hanging out with you guys tonight. It is pouring outside, but we are sheltered in place. The weather inside is fine and normal, so I guess that is the bright side of things because the rain usually bums me out. But you know what doesn't bum me out? What gets me excited and pumped up all the time? Doing Light Code with you guys. So I am pumped you guys are all here. We've got a bunch of people on Facebook. So we are using a new platform tonight that allows us to stream on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. And it compiles the chat all in one place. It's really cool. I'm pumped about that. So we're giving it a try. So tonight we have one, potentially two special guests. I am super pumped. We might have one of our awesome Lightco friends stop by. He is in the middle of a massive building project over here at Ginger Creek. The next time you guys are here, you're going to notice some things that are completely different with the stage. And Eric Weiss is making that happen. I'm pretty sure there's a team of people. But anyway, he is hopefully going to pop in and play a game with us tonight. But my girlfriend is also here. She is producing. She is going to play a special game called What is in the Box. What's in the box? Well, we'll find out. There are many, many things, and hopefully we'll see some interesting reactions from her as she tries to figure out what's in the box without seeing it. Tonight we have a couple of games we're going to play, like I just mentioned. Tonight is also the day that we are remembering and mourning for Swarm. I brought the Swarm Cup with, and it's here. It is blue, so that is what it is. But this would have been the Wednesday after Swarm. We had so many host families lined up. But you know what, guys? The thing that I was thinking about this last week was things are different, but it's okay, Just because we didn't have Swarm in the spring doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We're going to figure it out. We will have a 2020 edition of Swarm one way or another. Maybe it'll be online. Maybe it'll be like a regular Swarm. Who knows? But what I do know is that you guys are part of these massive Swarm teams, right? So we've got the pink team represented. We've got the brand new 6th grade girls team, which is Baby Blue, I think we decided on. We've got the camo team, which is our 6th grade boys. Where are you guys at? And then we've got our silver team. So you guys need to get your teams to Lightco. You guys have got to make it happen because we're here every single week. And I know for a fact there are so many of you guys that have friends that are not making it to Lightco Live. So we want to get all of our friends together. We're going to play some fun games. Lightco is more awesome when everyone is able to get together. So tonight, we're going to get things started off with a game. This is just a screen game. You're going to comment in either YouTube or on Facebook to play. This game is called So You Think You Can Homeschool. Because we're all homeschooling right now. School has been canceled for the rest of the year. It's all good. We'll be fine. But this game is some pretty advanced trivia, actually, that I don't know most of these questions. And I'm wondering how many of these you guys are going to be able to get right. So those of you that are homeschooled, I think you guys kind of have an advantage over everyone else because, you are already homeschooled. Anyway, let's get this started. We are on to our first question. The instructions are on there. Can you take those off? Perfect. It's in, you got to go to Sidekick. Oh, and it's on the, yeah, perfect.
10-second delay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, guys, Eric is in the house. Come say hi, Eric. It is good to see you. I'm going to move this way so we can maintain our 6 feet. I'm giving you an air 5, guys. Eric, say hi to everyone on the YouTubes.
Hey.
Yeah, you
oh,
can't
we're
really
on delay.
See you don't get to see them. Yeah, there's like a 10-second delay.
Okay, so I see you walking over right now, then you scooted back,
there
and then
I
showed up, I waved, and then I was like, wait, I can't see myself, and then it got really weird.
So we just started a quiz game. It's called So You Think You Can Homeschool. How many of these do you think you would get right? It's just like general school knowledge. By general school knowledge, I mostly mean way over my skill level and knowledge acumen.
So like it's just like, are you smarter than a 5th grader type stuff?
It's pretty much, yeah. Like this first question is, when is an atom stable?
Oh dear.
When it has a full outer orbit.
Can I put it back up?
When it has the same amount of electrons as protons, when it has no neutrons left, or when it has an odd number of valence electrons. I don't know what those are.
Mm-hmm.
So as a teacher, which of these do you think is correct?
I would guess it's the second one, saying the positive and the protons and the negative and the electrons are balanced.
Yeah.
That would make something stable.
Seems reasonable. I think that's what
Lots of people are saying in the comments.
Yeah. At Saltco. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh. So it was when there's a full outer orbit. I feel like that's not a super sciencey answer.
Well, that's a chemistry thing to see, like, hey, is it... Because it's not, like, when you get that electric shock, it's because there's more electrons. That outer part isn't, like, contained or whatever. Like, that there's not balance on that outside, so it has to... That's what I thought I was doing with B, with that. So I'm thinking back to chemistry. Let's see, that would have been my sophomore year of high school. So
it's a long time.
It's been, like, more than 3 years, so it's been a little while.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a quick preview round of what's in the box
while
you're here?
Sure. The reason it's quick is because I do have reinforcements. Andy Zorger's down there painting for me.
Okay, yeah.
So, Melissa, thank you, because I assume that she's somewhat
You've gotten a shout out on my comments.
Great.
Hey.
Hi, kids. I haven't seen you in a while. I miss you. But yeah, Melissa called in reinforcements, so I'm reinforced.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we're working on something down in the auditorium for Big People Church. So
I love it. So the way that this game works is I'm gonna put an item in the box, and they'll be able to see it on the camera.
Your heads are getting cut off.
Yeah. You're gonna have to kind of.
I feel like I'm in a Zoom meeting for my students anyway. This way, my head gets cut off when I do that too.
So I've got my items in here.
Okay.
And so you'll have to, turn around. You can't look.
Go back behind the stage.
Yeah, but you can't look.
Well, I can't see anything back here, so that's the point.
Oh yeah. Well, that would do it. So we'll play a more extended version of this game. Did I fix the camera angle?
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
great. Good angle.
Perfect. I can't let.
I'm not looking either. In case it lives inside.
All right. We have put an item in the box. You can come forward.
Okay.
And now you're going to stand behind it, and you're going to try to identify what this is. But you can't see it. You can't touch
I can't
it.
see anything. I can just see the back of the box.
Put your hands inside the box and feel it.
So I reach in.
Yep.
I think I saw that they're okay.
He just went for it. He just jumped.
Oh, I
in
know
there.
what it is.
What is it?
That's a pine cone.
It is indeed a pine cone.
I was thinking like a popcorn ball, and then it wasn't like super fragile. So I knew like, all right, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first round. We've got a whole bunch of crazy stuff in there. Eric, I'm so glad you stopped by. It's great to see you. How are things? How?
Man, I feel like I'm Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers, just stopping by.
Won't you be my neighbor?
But yeah, things are good. Sad I don't get to play from home, but it's fun playing from not home.
You sent the picture to our. You sent a picture to our leader group chat. It was like, well, I'll be a little bit late to Light Coach tonight because I'm here, and I was here, and I was like, Eric's here. It was just one of those moments where, you bump into somebody. So, Eric, it was great chatting with you. I know you got to go. We're going to get back to our quiz game here.
All right.
We'll play more What's in the Box in a minute. But, guys, make some, claps or something in the chat. Say bye to Eric.
See you guys.
We will. I'd like
Weiss kids, I'll be home in a little bit.
I love that. That's so great. Guys. Bye, Eric. Mr. Weiss, a legend, an absolute legend. All right, let's see. Can put a grenade inside. That is the most Josh Carther comment I have ever heard. That's great. All right, so we're going to get back to our quiz, or our So You Think You Can Homeschool. We'll go and let we'll go back and play more What's in the Box, and my girlfriend is going to play, and she how would you describe your ability to do something like that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
She's never done it before. All right.
Now, question 2.
On to question 2. Here we go. Who was the 28th president of the United States? Calvin Coolidge. Pretty sure that wasn't a president. Woodrow Wilson.
I think they've had time to Google it because we had it up earlier.
Oh, well.
Should we see?
Woodrow Wilson. Yeah, what's the answer?
Yeah.
Woodrow Wilson was the correct answer. Lots of people got that one right. Nice job, guys. Nice job. All right. Next question. 1 cup equals blank ounces. 4, 8, 10, or 12. See, if this was the metric system that we lived in, it would be C, because the metric system is easy and it makes sense and it's normal. But no, we live in America. So I think it's 12. Pretty sure that it's D. We're ready. Oh my goodness gracious. A's, B's. All right, next question. The words the, and a are known as what in English grammar? Adverbs, pronouns, clauses, or articles? B, what size cup? Nice, Tom. We are looking for adverbs, pronouns, clauses, or articles. What is our answer? Articles. D was the correct answer. Next question. What is the capital of Finland? I know this one, guys. Do you guys know how I know this answer? Because it is the name of a city in PUBG. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds has this city name in it, Helsinki, and that's also the capital of Finland. Random, but that's how I know. Tell you what, games will teach you things. They'll take you places. All right. What is the primary function of leaves? To provide shade and protection, to provide food for insects, to gather as much light as possible, to get rid of excess water that enters through the roots. Food for insects, right? Because the insects have to eat. Yeah? Answer? To gather as much light as possible. Do they have nets, like Animal Crossing nets, and they just catch the sunlight? There's a science word for it.
Photosynthesis?
Photosynthesis. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Next question. And this is just our warm-up game. We'll play, we have a Kahoot queued up. We've got all kinds of games tonight. -10 plus -6 equals. So if it's inside the parentheses, that means that you do the opposite of it. And right? And then you multiply when they're next to each other. So -10 would be +10 plus 6 would be 60. But that's not 16. -16. All right. Well, I tried my best. Next question. We've got, what is the complementary color of blue-green on the color wheel? What? What's a color wheel?
You don't know what a color wheel is?
Is
you
it?
You didn't have art class. You're
No.
homeschooled.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what is it? Blue, violet. I'm seeing B in the chat, C in the chat. What's our answer? Red, orange. Guys, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage in this game. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. All right, next one. We've got, this will be the last one that we do. What is the largest organ of the human body? That's got to be the skin, right? I think that's going to be C. Let's go! Getting stuff right. Every once in a while, guys, I tell you what, I surprise even myself. So, we are getting what's in the box set back up over
Yep,
here.
I think we couldn't quite see what was in there.
Okay.
So open that up. Let me see if I can see.
How's that look?
Back it up just a tad bit more.
Back it up.
There we go.
Do I need to adjust the camera angle at all?
Maybe tilt it down. I'm not as tall as you, so if I'm going to be standing.
That's a good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
I
We're
think
going to
it's
tilt
awesome.
it down just a little bit.
There we go. That's perfect. That's
Yeah.
great.
All right. So, I'm going to close this window right here. Guys, if we play this game again, I would like you guys to leave some comments on what should go in here. But, dearest,
Yeah.
can you come back here and look away so we can't,
Yes.
we don't get anything spoiled or anything like that? You can't look.
I'm not looking.
Guys, check out all of these awesome stuff we have. We're gonna do this one first.
I'm nervous.
This is gonna,
Are you
I
getting
think,
gross stuff in there?
very. And just remember that you agreed to play this game. So, all right, you can come over.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Now just don't let it eat you.
I'm so mad. Someone bites me. What is that? It's furry.
You have. So what is it?
It's a stuffed animal.
It is a stuffed animal, but
It has
what
weird feet.
what
Are these
kind
feet?
of animal do you think it is?
It's like webbed feet. Is it like a duck?
No, it's not a duck. One more guess.
Is it like a sloth or something?
Not really, but it's kind of close. You can.
A
you
monkey?
Can, no, and take a look at it. He's the most adorable.
That's precious.
Isn't he cute? Oh my
The
goodness.
feet were what were confusing.
Yeah.
My
It's-
first insert was very
very jarring.
Yeah, mhm.
Well, I'll try and
That
find
was a lot.
some
That was a
prickly
lot.
things for this next one. Go ahead and again hide from the results. If anyone would like that hedgehog, I cannot give it to you.
Whose is it?
I believe that it belongs to Children's Ministry. It's unclear at this time, though. You can go ahead.
Okay.
It's the first touch that is.
That's the thing. Just
Oh. What in the world? Is it sunglasses without the lenses
it
in them?
is. Nice job.
That one was easy.
Okay. Well, I have some other items in here. Nice job, babe.
Yep.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, we've got a couple more. Let's see. Oh, this one's gonna require some time. We got just little assembly required. Oh, don't mind me.
Are you building something?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And
I heard. Was that liquid I just heard?
definitely liquid. All right, you can come on over. You have to describe what's going on. Okay, you have to
Is
describe.
it did you build a scene? Am I breaking?
I mean, it's all fallen over. Yeah,
I don't. It's a dinosaur.
that is a dinosaur. Yes.
Okay. Yeet that one over there.
Done with that one.
Another dinosaur.
It is another dinosaur. Yeah. They're all dinosaurs
What
except
is this?
for...
Is this the sun? Is this extinction?
That would have been a better scene.
Is this like a tree?
It is a tree.
Are they
It's a
just
classic
eating?
tree.
They're just eating?
They're just out for
Just
a stroll,
grazing?
and there's some animal eaters and some plant eaters, and then they were gonna eat them all, and all the food was gonna go.
Wow.
Lots of work. All right, I've got one more.
Okay.
Guys, which one should I do? I've actually got more than one. I think I'm gonna try and set it up so that we'll see. Just come on out of here. Get those taken care of. We'll see if that works. I don't know if it will. All right, you can begin. Careful.
I don't like the look on your face when you do this. It's very devious. Did I break it already?
No, I just didn't poke you like I was hoping it would.
That's so mean. Just a pencil?
It's just a pencil. Just a pencil.
Was the whole goal of this just to try to poke me with a pencil?
Not really. We'll do one more because
Okay.
I've got a fun one.
Okay.
This one is definitely more on the pokey side of things. You can go ahead.
Is this the same thing that Eric had?
Man, she is good, guys.
Listen.
That
Maybe
was
you just need to get harder.
wow.
objects.
That was a struggle, friends. She is too good. We need to have some more guests come back and get some item suggestions so that this game can get funnier and more betterer, and just in general more cool. All right, so we played our quiz. We played What's in the Box. What we're going to do now is head over to Kahoot, and we are going to get that. I think you still have to start the game. The code isn't displayed yet.
Yep.
So Andrea is going to start that up. The code is present. Yes, please. Don't get banned. This is a... Ooh, that was a good idea, Rob. Cactus, put in a wig. Tell her she only gets to use her index fingers. That's intriguing. Break the pencil in half and put it in. But then we would have a broken pencil. Guys, head to Kahoot. The room code is there. This quiz is Earth Day themed. Now, the questions are 20-second timers. And over here, we have figured out that we have about a 10-second delay. So you guys are going to have to be on top of things. You guys are going to have to make this happen. Like, be ready and jump on it. When you get the opportunity, you see the question, you got it. This is like a totally under pressure moment. We're going to rapid fire through these quiz questions, and then we'll have some time for our message at the end. But people are signing in. Looks like we've got 7 people. How many people do you have over there live? 9. Perfect. We're going to start this game at 6:54. So most everybody is in, but get into the game because Kahoot is fun, and who doesn't love Kahoot? Friends on Facebook, I see we have quite a few people on there. It is awesome to see you guys. We are streaming for the first time on both YouTube and Facebook. So you are welcome to jump into our Kahoot game. If you've never played Kahoot, you go to the website there, or you can use the app if you are hardcore. And then that is our room code. We're about to have a quiz, and the people who answer the fastest and the bestest, see what I did there, fastest and the bestest get the most pointsist. Pointsist?
Well, let's start.
Yeah, here we go. Time to go. All right. It is 6:54, 11 people playing. Let it begin. Here we go. First question. Welcome to the Earth Day quiz. Because today is Earth Day, right? Mm-hmm. Today is Earth Day. Question 1. How much water is lost per year from a drippy faucet in the kitchen or bath? Uh-oh, we're going to have to scroll a little bit, it looks like.
Oh no.
So we can see the rest of our answers.
Oh no. I can't.
Can you expand it and just move it a little bit on OBS? The correct answer is
The one that we couldn't see.
the one we couldn't see. Sorry, friends. Sorry.
Okay, I think I have it figured out.
And then if you read the question, yep, perfect. There we go. I think we're okay now. Sorry about that, friends. It was the one we couldn't see. Ah! Sorry, first time using a new platform. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right.
Oh no, now we can't see the question.
Oh boy. Read the question
There we
for
go.
us.
There we go.
On what day is International Mother Earth Day celebrated? April 22nd, October 22nd, March 22nd, or July 22nd? Josh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That first question was a gimme. Nobody got that right except for one person. So if you are the person that got it right, nice job. April 22nd is today. So those of you that selected other options, I literally just said it's today. So nice job. Over 120 prescription drugs have come from rainforest plants. Some are used for cancer and asthma. Is that true or is it false? True or false? I really like true or false questions because it's true or false. You have a 50% chance of getting it right. Everybody got it right. Nice job. Wow, that's a lot of medicine that comes from rainforests. That's really impressive. I did not know that. All right. How long do scientists believe it will take a glass bottle to decompose? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, those are a long time. That is not what I thought these answers were going to be. Is it 50 years? It can't be. It's got to be more.
1 million.
1 million?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. For it to be completely gone?
For it to be completely gone.
That's so long. It would be super helpful for me actually now if you turn to the TV now that we don't need it, because then I can read there. Which of the following is estimated to take the longest to break down in a landfill? That's perfect. Glass bottles, disposable diapers, paper products, or plastic bottles. Glass is harder than plastic, right? Yes. Boom. Guys, recycle your glass bottles. Nice job, Diego. Okay. Diego and Darren right there. Becca also there. And maybe Josh Carther. Lorelei in the house tonight. Good to see you. Of the 2.5% fresh water found on Earth, how much of it is frozen in polar ice?
There's only 2.5%.
Fresh water, yeah. I'm going to say, because the oceans are so big, so big. I'm going to say like 35%. That's a pure guess. 70%. Wow. So that means we only drink 30% of 2.5%, and the rest of it is frozen.
Is that all melting?
Who knows? Who knows? 7. How much oxygen is produced by the Amazon rainforest alone? Is this like a percentage of all of the Earth?
No, I mean, yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 7%.
I hope it's not 20% because the Amazon rainforest is being eaten.
Yeah, it was on fire for quite a while there. 20% of the Earth's oxygen. Well, they were both on fire.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. 20%. My goodness. All right. Question 8. How many people participate in Mother Earth Day?
What counts as participating?
It can't be 10 billion, right? because there's not that many people on the Earth. How many people are on the Earth? Help us in the comments. Someone let me know what the actual population is. 1 billion people participate in Earth Day. Darren, on fire. Diego right there as well. Next question, 9. True or false, Earth Day is the world's largest secular event related to helping the planet.
I would assume.
I can't imagine a bigger day. Like, what could be bigger than Earth Day?
That helps. That's related to the planet. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Nice job. Darren is cruising. Diego is right there. Which environment covers less than 7% of Earth's landmass but has 50% of all living things? What? 7% of the Earth's landmass but has 50% of all living
half of living
things.
Is that coral?
Tropical rainforests are huge. Polar regions don't have that many people alive. Oceans are huge, so it's got to be coral reefs. Tropical forests?
Have 50% of all living things.
I really would have thought that would have been coral reefs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but that made a whole lot more sense to me. About 25% of the United States would flood if the oceans rose by how much? Wow. Those are some very small numbers.
Yeah, for flooding U.S. I would guess.
I'm going to say blue, 3 meters, 25% of the United States. 10 meters, so 32 feet, 10 meters, 25% of the United States covered in water. That's a lot of water, guys. Mm-hmm. That is a lot of water. What was the year that International Mother Earth Day was officially adopted? Also, when did it start getting called Mother Earth Day?
I think it might have been Mother Earth Day to begin with, and then we shortened it
to just Earth Day. I think this probably was 2001. Or...
I'm going to say 1997. Oh, 2009?
Wow! 2009? That was like 10 years ago.
In 9th grade.
You were in 9th grade? I would have been in but we were homeschooled. We didn't really count. It's just kind of...
It was fall or spring.
Yeah. Wow. Where is 30% of Earth's fresh water found? Rivers, groundwater, lakes, or glaciers? It's got to be glaciers, right? No, because it was a much bigger number. Remember? They said 70% is in glaciers. 70% of fresh water is in glaciers. So the other 30%
is groundwater.
Groundwater? What does that mean?
Like when you have wells.
So it's just underwater.
Like in Iowa,
underground.
On the farms, we had just wells.
How many of you guys have wells?
Have well water.
Well water or city water?
Some people hate well water. I like well water.
It's just a taste.
Mm-hmm.
What agency designated April 22nd as International Mother Earth Day? Yeah. I'm going to say the only thing, like it's a global holiday. So I'm going to say it's the UN, right? That makes sense to me. Or it's the EPA, but that's just in the United States. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the UN. Only one person said the UN. Guys, I would be crushing it in Kahoot if I was playing. So would you. The atmosphere contains more water vapor than what? The Atlantic Ocean is huge.
But it's vapor, water vapor, not just water.
Well, this is a misleading question then. I'm confused as to what they mean by more water vapor.
False.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Atlantic Ocean is ginormous. I guess the atmosphere is ginormous too. It's more ginormous than the... Ooh, we already had this question. If you were doing math.
Yeah, if you're doing math. Did we?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good.
It's 2.5%.
That was in that first pour.
If you can do math / have a semi-decent memory. Nice job, guys. Nice job. All right, scoreboard update. Darren crushing it. Diego right there. Becca right there. Josh Carther on the leaderboard, but substantially behind that top 3. It looks like it's between Diego and Darren at this point. But there's still 4 questions left. So if they really fell off, some doors would open up. How long would it take a plastic bottle to disintegrate in a landfill? I know it's a lot of years. It's not as many as a glass bottle. We already talked about that.
But a glass bottle could be recycled a lot easier than a plastic water bottle. 150.
Nice. I was looking at the chat. Josh, if your Kahoot crashed, try refreshing it and getting back in. You won't be able to do the questions that you missed, but benefit the economy? I need help understanding how this is going to work. How does restoring 1% of Earth's forests benefit the economy? What does that look like? How?
Is that just
what?
Giving jobs to people to plant trees?
Is it the wood that we could eventually harvest? I don't know. But $23 billion in 50 years is a lot of money. Wama Stagner, highest climber, nice job. From where does more than half of the world's breathable oxygen originate? The atmosphere. Well, you don't say. I think it's probably oceans, isn't it?
I would say forests.
No, it's going to be oceans, the algae in the ocean. I promise it's the ocean. For sure, the ocean. Yup. Who was the one person? Nice job. It was Diego jumping into first place, going into the last question. Big time win right there for Diego. Here we go. All or nothing. How much oxygen does an average 50-year-old tree produce? Pounds?
Pounds of oxygen.
That's a lot. I didn't think
one
oxygen.
person has 1,500 pounds of oxygen at the end of the year. Intriguing.
That's a lot of trees we're talking about.
And that's
4
people a year.
Only one person got it right. Who got it right? Is it going to affect the final? Becca, 3rd place. Great job. 2nd place, Darren. And in 1st, Diego. Both of them got that question wrong there at the end. Open door for a sneak attack victory right there. Roro, not sure who that is, and might be JK. Are our runners-up. Nice job, guys. That was a lot of fun. Earth Day is something that, for me, we grew up in the country. My home was like, we had cornfields and there was not anyone, we didn't have neighbors like at all. So it was cornfields and soybeans, and we just kind of, we're always outside. So when I think about Earth Day, I think about like, wow, I am outside all the time as a kid, and now we can't. But anyway, we're going to move on. So I'm going to go ahead and pray for us, and then we're going to be in Genesis. So if you have a Bible, now would be a good time to go grab it, or you can just listen. That's also fine. Will you guys pray with me? Lord, thank you for all that you've given us and all that you do for us. Thank you for our families and being able to be close to them, being able to love them, and even when they get on our nerves, to be a blessing to them. I love you, and I pray that you would bless the rest of our time together tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys. First thing, I need you guys to let me know in the comments ways that you found to serve this last week. Like, what did you guys do? How did you guys jump in? We've been talking about serving for the last couple of weeks. So I would love if you guys would just let me know how your family is serving people, how you're serving your family. what are the things you guys have been able to do during Corona, the shelter in place, to serve and love the people around you? Let me know those things. I'll go back and read them at the end, but let me know what's happening. So I have another challenge for you guys. I know for me, and I'm going to share a little bit about my girlfriend here for a second, but she's not going to mind because she's awesome and it's a cool story. But her family lives in Iowa, right? So she has a older brother who's married, a couple of kids, and they just had twins about a month ago now, right about a month ago. And that's amazing. It's a huge blessing. It's so awesome. But the kind of bummer is that we are sheltered in place. And because of the coronavirus and because of us, her not wanting to get anyone sick and definitely not get the baby sick, she hasn't seen her family since we've been sheltered in place. And even before that, she has not been with them. So the challenge for you guys, and what I want to challenge you guys with this week, is the people in your life that you can't see right now, that you can't go visit. Maybe it's your grandparents, maybe it is family members, maybe it is your friends even, right? I want you guys to either send them snail mail, which I just love getting letters in the mail when they're not bills, right? So when someone mails me something and it's just maybe even a note, nothing in it, no money, no gifts, no presents, just a note, it's like the best thing. So either send those people snail mail, which would absolutely make their day, or record a video and send it to them, and just say hi to them and that you miss them and you love them. Those kind of things make an incredible difference for everybody. It's been an encouragement to me during this time. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight, is what does it look like when we're not together? We're starting a new series on some of the attributes of God. Like, who is God? Like, what makes God God? When we think about God, when we think about who he is, what are the things that we should remember about who he is? And as I was getting ready for this message tonight and looking at this gap, this distance between the people that I'm with and the people I want to be with, right, as we're sheltered in place, wanting to go see my family in Indiana, right, wanting to go see Andrea's family in Iowa, wanting to go see my grandma up in Michigan. What does it mean when we talk about God being everywhere? We talk about, there's this big word called, there's omnipresent, which is to be everywhere at once. And that's kind of a weird concept to get our mind around. Like, if I'm here at Ginger Creek shooting and filming Lightco right now, right? I'm here. There's no other place that I am. I'm just here. But God isn't like that. God doesn't function that way. So we're reading out of Genesis, and this is chapter 39. But we all have like these people that we love and we care about. They don't live near us. Well, God is still with them, even when we're not able to be with them. God is still with us, even when we're not able to gather all together. So this is Genesis chapter 39. We're starting in verse 19, and we'll read through the end of the chapter. When his master, this is the story of Joseph, right? So Joseph is sold into slavery by his brothers. He is taken, and he ends up working for this guy named Potiphar, right? So now his wife, Potiphar's wife, has accused him of basically assaulting her and all of these things are lies, right? So in verse 19, it says, when his master heard the story, his wife told him, saying, "This is how your slave treated me." He burned with anger. Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined. But while Joseph was there in the prison, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. So the warden put Joseph in charge of all those held in the prison. And he was made responsible for all that was done there. The warden paid no attention to anything under Joseph's care because the Lord was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. Now Joseph's story goes on, right? And we know he becomes the right-hand man to Pharaoh, and he ends up saving all of God's people. All of Abraham's children are saved. These are Jacob's sons, right? But Abraham, the patriarch, the person that's promised to become a nation, is saved because of Joseph. God didn't just exist where the people he had promised that he would make them a nation. He didn't just exist and live there with them. He's not just in one place. He doesn't just reside in the temple we think about in the Old Testament, or in the tabernacle, or at church, right? God was with those people. He was with Abraham. He was with Isaac. He was with Jacob and all of Joseph's brothers. But he was also with Joseph. And all through Scripture, we see God in all these different places. And so the things we want to remember, the thing that we take away from this story is that when Joseph went through like these hard times, right? He went through really awful stuff. He had one of the hardest lives that's recorded in Scripture, of just these awful things that happened to him, lies being told about him, his family turning on him. But if we look closer, the thing that was constant in Joseph's life was that God was with him. And so God is near you. God is near all of us on our best days, right? He's with us when we have, an awesome time with our friends, and we're able to go to school, and we are enjoying life, right? He is with us in those things. He is with us when we hit the winning home run in our Little League games, right? Or when we have all this awesome stuff happening. God is with us. He was with Joseph when he became the second in command, right? Joseph gets promoted out of prison, and he gets this incredible job with incredible responsibility. He becomes the second most powerful man in the world at that time. God was with him in that. God was so close to Joseph. When things are going well, it's tempting to think it's all because of us, right? I don't know about you guys, but that's how when I have times where I will drift away, where I'll not remember God as much, where I'll do less reading of the Word and praying, it's when times are good, right? When times are good, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. Things are awesome. I'm leading this stuff. I'm doing all these things. All is right with the world, right? It's easy to think that it's because of our own efforts. But when we don't feel like we need him, we forget he is always working on our behalf. When Jesus was telling his disciples about all the great things they were about to do to change the world, he told them, "Be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." And that's Matthew 28, verse 20, one of the last things that he said to his disciples. No matter where you are, Jesus is with you. God is with us, even to the end of the age. And so it's interesting to me to think about, like, when you guys, now I'm asking this, I'd like to read some of your comments on this. Like, when have been times in your life when you have felt God's presence the most? When have you been like, man, God is so close to me. It's so easy to trust him. He is amazing. When have been those times? Tell me what those times were. Was it camp? Was it Swarm? Was it something in your family, a vacation you went on, or just a regular old day? let me know in the comments. I want to read some of those. I'm going to pause for just a second. So when have you felt God's presence the most? What have been the times? And then I'm scrolling back up for the question asking about serving people. Did the dishes, social distanced, nice job. Helped my brother with homework. Yes, Maggie. I forgot what it was. Mowed older woman's lawn that she was struggling. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. I love that. The hill in the hospital, the hill, a summer camp, Cedar Campus. Yeah, Rob, I remember you told me about that. It felt like he was surrounding us when we were in the giant hug with him at the hill. I love that, Darren. I love that. The hill, Camp Tecumseh, serving regularly with the homeless. I love that, guys. It's really important, what we're going to talk about next, to remember those times, to go back and read, journals, notes that you guys took, or look at pictures, or just to reflect on those things, because it's really awesome. And God reminds us of things, of ways that he has spoken to us. He reminds us who he is when we reflect back on those things. So stay close to that stuff. That's really cool. I love seeing all that stuff. But it's not just when things are good, when we're on these mountaintop experiences, that God is close to us. We look at Joseph's life. Not only had he been sold into slavery by his brothers, but he had been unjustly thrown into prison by Potiphar. And that's the moment where the writer of Genesis goes out of his way to say, and God was with Joseph in every single thing that he did. So much so that the prison warden just let him do his thing. He put Joseph in charge. Said, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. The Lord was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. It's important to remember that Joseph's in prison. Joseph is, at this point, his family has betrayed him. He's thrown in jail without reason. This is the lowest of the low, and God is with him. And he still blesses Joseph. So it's easy for us to, for me anyway, it's easy for me to lose focus on my bad days, right? I had some stuff I've had to start doing with work that's a little bit different. And I've had to learn some different things. And I was socially distanced and away from everybody. And I was getting really frustrated. Has anyone ever made an Excel worksheet? Do you guys use those in school? It's like a way to organize information, right? So I'm making this spreadsheet, and I have a new computer, and so I closed it, and then when I opened it this next day, so I had done that work the day before, opened it the next day, none of my data had saved. All of it was gone. So I had to redo all of the things that I had already done. That's a very little thing. But I was so irritated and so frustrated. I was in the worst mood, right? I was away from you guys. We can't meet together for Lightco. I was not able to see my family, not able to go and meet Andrea's family, meet her new nieces and nephews. I was so frustrated. God is with us even then. God is with us when we're not able to see our friends. When God is with us when school gets canceled for the whole year. God is with us when shelter in place gets extended. When we're not able to do the things we want to do. When camp gets canceled and Swarm gets canceled. God is with us in the midst of those things, guys. It's easy for us to lose focus and get distracted or discouraged. When things aren't going our way, we're tempted to think that God has abandoned us, that he doesn't care, he doesn't see what's going on. But the truth is, we're never alone. Jesus has promised to be with us always, no matter what. It might mean that we have to slow down and pay better attention to see his presence on difficult days, but you will find him there. He is close to you. He is right there. In Joseph's life, it was probably pretty difficult to see where God was and what God was doing. But what about in your life? So describe one of your, like a recent worst day in the chat. We'll go ahead and do this again. Describe a recent worst day. How did God show you his faithful love in the midst of all that? What was a time where you were having an awful day and God showed up and showed you his love in the midst of a rough day? I'm going to have a drink here and then wait for you guys to start typing some stories here. You will also have the opportunity to talk about some of these things in your Hangout groups here in a couple of minutes. We'll head that way soon, but we'll wrap this up and then we'll get you guys plugged into those groups if you're not already in them. So what have been times where you have had an awful day, and how did God show you his faithful love in the midst of all that? Josh Carther, I'm so confused. A drink or a drink? This is cranberry ginger ale because I have a sore throat. Guys, typically at youth group, you guys talk, I talk. It's a whole conversation. We hang out, we play games. At Lightco Live, I talk for 70 minutes, and my throat just says, ah. Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to move on. You guys are probably typing some super long stories is what we're going to go with. My last point, guys, is that we need to practice. We need to practice what I like to call God sightings, all right? Especially in the midst of this time we're in right now, right? God sightings are little reminders that God is present, evidence that he is doing something in our lives and in the lives of people around us. Even though God is near us all the time, we don't always recognize his presence. But if you will practice paying attention to God's influence in our life, you'll notice him more and more. Maybe it is the opportunity to where someone comes and blesses you with something, right? Maybe it's an encouraging letter that you get from someone in the mail, right? Maybe it is a fun video that one of your friends sends you and it just encourages you. Maybe it's someone speaking truth into your life. Maybe you'll have the opportunity to do some of those things for other people. My point is, if you will look for those things, you will see that God is working even in the midst of the dark times and the hard times. Joseph knew that God was with him. If he looked around, he would have seen, man, I've been sold into slavery. This is awful. This is the worst. But you know what started to happen is he started to prosper. God started to bless him. Even as a slave, he became powerful in Potiphar's house and he was trusted. And then he was unjustly accused and thrown in prison. And even in prison, God is blessing Joseph. He is encouraging him and making him prosper. And then ultimately that leads to Joseph becoming the second in command in all of Egypt. Joseph's life was full of little opportunities, little moments where God blessed him and let him know that he was still with him. And we see that kind of stuff all through Scripture. All through Scripture, we see God encouraging people in dark times. We see it in David's life. We see it in Gideon's life. We see it in the life of Paul. We see it in Peter's life. Everywhere we see moments where God encourages and blesses his people. What is a time where you have seen a God sighting? During the coronavirus. What does it look like to see God working during the coronavirus? What does it look like? Let me know. while you're typing that, I'm going to go ahead and pray. And then I think we are actually going to have time for one more game. So if you would like to go to Kahoot again, I have some saved as favorites. You're going to have to go back to the top. Perfect. So type in Kahoot. And you want create. Yeah, perfect. All right, guys. Will you guys go ahead and pray with me? She's going to get that set up. We'll play another round of Kahoot, and then we'll get you guys plugged into your Google Hangout groups. Lord, thank you for reminding us who you are, that you are everywhere, you are with us when we feel like you're close to us and when we feel like you're far away, that you are still right here with us. Even when we're not able to gather together, God, I'm just blessed and encouraged each week by our leaders and our students who are here and want to set some time apart and worship you. We love you, and I pray that you would just help us to reach our friends, to encourage them, and to bless them. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen. So the Kahoot we're going to play is Disney movie questions. All right. So these are. Was this one bad? This one was actually really good, wasn't it? When we played it the other night. Yeah. Decent. The other one was really bad.
Yes.
It was. We did a Marvel trivia Kahoot in Saltco on Sunday, and it was the worst Kahoot. The worst. Like, it was asking questions about movies that had happened like 5 years ago, but then hadn't updated the quiz. So things have happened. One of the questions was, how many Infinity Stones have been found? Well, the options were 1, 2, 3, or 4. But there's 6 of them. So anyway, you can go ahead and put Kahoot up on the screen.
Did they play this one last week?
No, we played this in Saltco. We did Disney trivia last week as well. Yeah, Becca, you're going to have to abstain from this one. The prize last week, Josh, was snack bar candy when we get all back together. So Kahoot is up on the screen. And then let's see. Diego said, I stayed up one night thinking paranoid things. I thought the spooky wind was God breathing. I was freaked out, but God helped me fall asleep and got my heart rate down. That's really cool. Joshua, that comment was not super cool, but it's all right. I appreciate Diego's wanting to share and contribute to our discussion. Thanks for sharing, Diego. The Kahoot is up. We've got 10 people in the game. We have, it looks like, how many people are online? I can't see. I don't have 14. All right, we'll leave it open for another second. 1 second. Okay, let's start the game. Sneaking in at the buzzer. Nice job.
Ready?
Let's do it. Guys, we are headed into our Google Hangout groups in a little bit here. So if you have not gotten into those yet, comment and let us know. This is another fast Kahoot, so you got to be on top of your game. But if you want to jump into your Google Hangout groups, we will be talking for a little bit. You're just going to do Happy Crappies, and then the other question that our leaders will do in the group, I'll copy it into the group, guys. But the other question is, what things can you do each day to be more aware of God's presence? What would help you notice more God sightings? So that's what you guys are going to talk about in Google Hangouts in our small groups. And then if you have not gotten plugged into those yet, that is an awesome opportunity for you guys to connect with each other, to see some different faces, and just to encourage each other. So we have a guys group and a girls group. Is anyone in the chat not in those groups yet that wants to get plugged into those groups? Nobody. All right. Well, we'll see how it goes. We're hoping for 0 tech issues tonight. All right. How's this game going?
Oh, yeah, someone who wants to get plugged in.
Oh, perfect. Yes, Josiah. Awesome. Let me work on
2 people are
and Magnolia. Awesome. I am going to get that sent over to you guys. If you guys will give me 1 second, I will get that posted.
And then Claire also wants.
Awesome.
This one's a tricky question, guys.
Claire, it is so
Tricky
good
one.
to see you. I hope you're doing good. Oh, yes, this was a trick question. If you want to dictate, that'd be cool.
Oh, okay.
While I
Wow.
get this, sent over. Yeah.
Responsibility.
Wow. Make it happen.
Wow. What's the name of this movie? I think this is Ken's favorite movie.
It is one of my favorite
Never seen
movies,
this movie.
guys. This movie is so good. So good.
Mm-hmm. This one could also, if you don't read it right, go too quick. Nice. All right. Magnolia up there.
Okay, Magnolia.
Read. Next one here. Ooh, okay. Everyone knows this one. If you don't know this one, then you're living under a rock last, what? 6 years? More years than 6? This movie came out when I was in college. Early years of college, I think. Alright. It's Frozen.
Sorry.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm talking to myself.
Also a good one. This is an oldie, but a good one, guys. If anyone hasn't seen these movies, I want to know. Are you guys too young? Are these not relevant for you anymore? I remember watching this one a lot when I was little. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I think Ken likes this one too.
Yeah, this is a really good movie.
I've only
guys.
seen this one time. It's kind of fun, you know. It's like a prequel to.
All right, so I have copied the Google Hangout groups into the description of the live stream of the video. So there is a link for our girls group and a link for the guys group. Go ahead and join those now while we're playing this last game of Kahoot. And then Claire and Magnolia and Josiah, let me know if you guys have issues joining those, and I'll help you guys get plugged in, okay?
Half of y'all got tricked.
What? Snow White is technically like, yes, it's the name of the movie, but
it's
it's
not the full
it's a shorthand version.
Here we go. This one also is a little tricky.
What's the name of the movie?
Gotta read it.
Is
Read
it
right?
The Beauty and the Beast, or is it Beauty and the Beast?
Sounds like Magnolia's
Tricky.
watched all of these movies, she said.
Yeah, I have 2 Magnolia, and there are very few of these movies that are not good. All of them are awesome.
You know, I'm not the biggest Disney movie fan. I don't mind them.
Well, babe, it's been a good run.
Ouch.
Guys, while we're here, go ahead and subscribe. We post videos every day of the week on YouTube, social media, on Instagram and Facebook. If you haven't watched my Home Ec with Ken video from yesterday. You should definitely go check it out because my girlfriend gave me a haircut. As you can see, it looks real good, and it was a fun video to make. So go check it out. It's on our Facebook and our Instagram on Ginger Creek Students. So subscribe to Ginger Creek Students on YouTube, like or follow Instagram and Facebook, and that way you don't miss out on super awesome stuff. I can't remember if there is an announcements. Before we go to the small group, we'll go to announcements, and I'll get that. Claire, Magnolia, Josiah, are you guys having...
This one is the one where it's wrong. This gives us...
Oh, yes, guys, this
is technically Toy Story 2. You see these guys over here? They're from Toy Story 2.
I thought you weren't a big Disney fan.
I still know what's up. I still know the right things. These guys over here from Toy Story 2.
Good stuff. Mr. RY, I'm assuming that's Rob, but I'm not sure. That's just me throwing it out there. Unclear.
This one.
Oh, so good.
Just the soundtrack alone.
Phil Collins, guys,
He's
crushed it
really
with
did.
the soundtrack to this movie. Absolutely crushed it. Is it Lost in the Woods? No, it's Tarzan. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. Oh, yes. I love it. What's the name of the movie? All right, I got a notification. Josiah joined the wrong group. Josiah, you have joined the girls' hangout group.
No.
So you need to go ahead and leave that group and join the guys group. There's 2 links down there. Let me make sure they work correctly.
Alright, this is also a little tricky. I haven't seen this one, I don't think. Johnny Depp always creeps me out when he gets these big old looks going.
Yeah. He's a weird one.
Joy, are you trying to join the Kahoot or small group?
I think she's probably trying to join small group. So if you click on the link under girls, and then you'll have to sign in with a Google email address, and then you'll get plugged into that Google Hangouts group. And then right after we're done here, our leaders are going to hop over there. Josiah, no, you are in the wrong one. You clicked on the girls group. You want to click on the guys group. That, of course, was Inside Out. Great movie.
You have 2 left. Alright. Here we go. Lots of options here. All similar, very different.
What's the leaderboard update? I've been working on getting our Google Hangouts set up over here.
It sounds like
This is Finding
Mr. Barnes is in the lead.
This is Finding Nemo, isn't it? Got it.
Oh
yeah. Overtaken. 1 question left. Who is Small J? What is the name of the movie? Yes, a great one. Wow. I'd know Monsters University anywhere. What you laughing at over there?
Oh, you know.
Did I switch the names up?
Did you put girls group and then it was the guys group link?
Josiah, you have just joined the correct group. So Claire is in.
We have
Josiah, I'm going to remove you from the girls group. You are in the guys group though. All right. So you are right where you're supposed to be there. And Claire, you made it into the girls group. Nice job.
Leaderboard. Ken, you want to announce them?
Oh yeah. Small J with the victory. Who is Small J? Overtook Mr. Ryan right at the buzzer. And Magnolia also with 18 out of 20. Same number of correct answers.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit
slower.
Yeah, the other two were a little bit faster. All right, friends. So before you guys head over to your Google Hangouts video call, remember your question is just happy crappies, highs and lows. And then what are things you can do every day to be more aware of God's presence? What would help you notice more God sightings? All right. We can throw the announcements up there. Again, guys, we are doing stuff every single week. Or every single day. We have on Sunday, that's SaltCo. The nice thing about SaltCo and LightCo right now, guys, is you can just pop in and see what's going on if you want to. You're more than welcome to. Monday is Minecraft Monday. So every Monday we hop on and we have building competitions. It's a lot of fun. And then Tuesday is Home Ec with Ken. And this last week I cut my hair. Andrea's cut my hair for me. It looks great. And on Wednesday is Lightco. Thursday is another edition of Home Ec with Ken, how to make food for your parents during the coronavirus. Friday is Fortnite Friday. We've had a lot of fun playing Fortnite. Either leave your comment below or you can message us on Facebook or Instagram for info on how to get plugged into that. And then Saturday, we do a caffeine and quarantine devotional in the morning. And then we are back to Sunday. So, guys, that is it for the live stream. I'm going to stay on here until we get everyone plugged in. Josiah, I will help you out here in just a second. But, guys, you can go ahead and head over to your Google Hangouts groups. It's been awesome just being with you guys tonight. Make some noise in the chat for my girlfriend producing things and for Mr. Eric popping in and saying hi to us tonight. Lots of awesome stuff happening here. But I will see you guys next week. Don't miss out on the fun stuff we got going on all week. Stay safe and go head over to your Google Hangout groups and we'll get those started. Josh, yes, add me through cross-platform and you can join. Absolutely. We have people do that all the time. All right, friends, I'll stay here. Everyone else, you can go head over to your Hangout groups and your leaders will start a video call. All right, let's see. We got a video call started for the boys. Nice job. And the girls are present. Nice job. Yay. Yay. Josiah, I'm assuming you are good to go because I saw you retracted that. Who was the other person? Maggie, did you get jumped into the girls? You did. Nice. Everyone is in.
Yeah. Still
present. Unknown video call has started. Good stuff. Boom. Taking care of business. Way to go, friends. All right. You can turn the Facebook live stream off. Wow, that's so easy. Mm-hmm. That was so easy. I love that. Bye, friends on Facebook. We had, let's see, how many people.
Are we still on YouTube?
We are still on YouTube for another couple minutes while we see just how many, if anyone has any issues. But then I will sign off here in just a second. Boom.
Rob Ross is getting an error message in Hangouts.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, try again. See how many people are in the call. It doesn't look like that many. Things that we have been noticing. Uh-oh.
It's not working.
Multiple issues. So, things that we have been noticing is if you have certain account settings, like if you have if you're signing on with a organization account Sometimes it'll kick you out, or if you are signing on with different like parental controls enabled on your computer or on your email address, it will get that email address will not allow you to jump into Google Hangouts. So try and get back in there. Josiah, try and jump in again. Rob, it looks like you've joined. And Josiah, it looks like you have joined. Let me know if you're able to hop into that call. In the Hangouts, it says you guys are in the groups. But that is different than getting into the call, too. So, if you continue to have trouble, just let me know. Are you on your phone or on a on your computer, Rob? If you're on your computer, I would try closing your browser and reopening it. If you're on your phone, I would, and I click video call, errors, computer. There is an app, you can get it on your phone. I would go ahead and close all your windows and reopen them and see if that does anything, Rob.
I wonder if his computer has permission to open a webcam.
That's a good question. Rob, also, nice job. Got it. Check your permissions too on your computer. Make sure that it can access, that Google Hangouts has permission to access your webcam, because sometimes computers won't let it do it. Any kind of webcam software will sometimes kick you out. Bye, Josiah. Josiah, next week you gotta get Nathaniel here. Sorry you're having trouble, Rob. I'll text you the link. So you don't have to go back through Alright, I just texted it to you. Yep. Because you have a Google phone, it might already be on your phone, but you may have to install the app really quick and sign in. Oh, yeah, that's right. Unclear. All right, we're going to sign off here, Rob, but feel free to send me a text as we work on getting you into the group. All right, friends, we're signing off. Rob, text me if you have issues. Let me know if you're able to get in. But we're going to shut down the stream. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys. You can press stop streaming.